Hello everyone, I'm Niyati ma'am and I will be taking your mathematics classes. So today's lecture is going to be on polynomials, which is officially the chapter 2 of your NCERT. So I assume polynomials, you would know the intro because we have done it in class 6, 7, 8, we have done something on algebra. But to give a brief introduction, to understand polynomials, you need to know 4 basic terms. Now these terms are variable, constant, expression and equation. Starting with the first, variable. Variable comes from the word variation, which means such terms whose values can show variation, whose values can show change. If I write x, what is the value of x? Maybe I will take it as 1, you will take it as 2, someone else around the world might take it as 10,000. It will show variation and it will change. Constant, as the name suggests, fixed. Such terms whose values is fixed. For example, I write 5. What is the value of 5? Of course, it is 5. 5 for me, 5 for you, 5 for everyone, universally. Expression and equation. These are two terms which are usually used together, but they do have a difference. Now, what is the difference? Equation will have an equal to. However, expression does not require an equal to. If I write 3x plus 2, it is an expression. As soon as I write 3x plus 2 is equal to 14, it becomes an equation which has an LHS and an RHS. Okay, अब इतना सब क्यों बताया? हमें तो polynomials पढ़ना है. So what is a polynomial? Polynomial is the combination of variables and constants which also include mathematical operations. Now these mathematical operations can be plus, minus, multiplication or division. Or the combination of all this can form a polynomial. Now the next topic is number of terms. For example, I have an expression 3x plus 2. Now you ask me, how many terms do we have in this polynomial? So to know that, you need to first know that how can we differentiate terms. So number of terms can only be differentiated by a plus or a minus sign. A multiplication or division sign does not have the ability to divide an expression into number of terms. So if you have 3x plus 2, plus यहाँ पे है, this is one term, this is the second term. If I have 5xy, 5xy is nothing but 5 into x into y. अब मल्टीप्लिकेशन के पास तो है ही नहीं पावर कि वो टर्म्स को 3 अलग पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर पाए. So this is taken as one single unit. So this only has one term. I hope you understood how do we differentiate number of terms. If we have 7x minus 10, then also it has 2 terms. Now, such expressions which only have one single term are called monomial, where mono means one. One term wala expression will be called a monomial. Such expressions which have 2 terms, it is called a binomial, where bi means 2. Now, if you have 5xy plus 3z minus 10 plus से ये terms differentiate हुए minus से third term differentiate हुआ, it has 3 terms. This is called a trinomial, and so on. You can make it for 4, 5 and so on. But what is a polynomial? Poly stands for n. Such expressions which can have n number of terms. Those number of terms is not fixed. You can have 4, 5, 6, 7, any amount of terms in a polynomial. आप monomial, binomial, trinomial को भी polynomial कह सकते हैं because it can have 1, 2, 3, any number of terms. But for first 3 we have specific words. Otherwise in general it will be called a polynomial. I hope you understood this. Moving to the next topic. Degree of the polynomial. Degree of the polynomial means the highest power of the variable in the polynomial. हम polynomial कैसे बनाते हैं? We make it using variables and constants and plus and minus. Now the degree of the polynomial is the highest power of the variable and variable only. We might have such polynomials in which constants also have a power, but we do not deal with it. We only deal with the power of the variable. So for example, I have x to the power 6 plus 5. Of course, very evident, the highest power is 6. If we have x to the power 5 plus 125, again very evident, the degree is 5. Now for suppose I have x to the power 6 plus 6 to the power 8. अब highest power कौन सी है यहाँ पे? 8. But we have to only deal with the power of the variable while dealing with the degree of the polynomial. So if I ask you what is the degree of this polynomial, it will be 6 and not 8, because I only have to see the degree of the variable, and variable here is x. Okay? If I say x to the power 15, y to the power 17, 2 to the power 22. Highest degree 70. I hope this is clear. Now we can also differentiate polynomials on the basis of their degree. So if the degree is 1, that polynomial will be called linear. Linear मतलब एक ही degree है. 3x plus 2. What is the power of x here? 1. And 1 is the highest power of the variable. Such a polynomial will be called linear. Now, if the degree is 2, then it is called a quadratic. 3x square plus 2. Highest degree 2. If the degree is 3, it is called cubic. 3x cube plus 2. If the degree is 4, it is called biquadratic. 3x 4 plus 2, and so on. So on the basis of the degree, we can name polynomial as linear, quadratic, cubic, biquadratic, and so on for 5, 6, 7, anything. So if I ask you, if I have a polynomial, let us say x to the power 3 plus y to the power 2 plus 27. Which type of polynomial is this out of linear, quadratic, cubic, and biquadratic? You see the degree? Degree is 3. And 3 degree wala polynomial is called cubic. So this is a cubic polynomial. Got it? Okay. One more thing. How to identify a polynomial. How to identify a polynomial. So in a polynomial, the variable will always have a power which is a whole number. So in a polynomial, the power of the variable will always be a whole number. If the power is not a whole number, it is not a polynomial. Whole number क्या होता है? 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Fractions, decimals, roots, negative numbers, they are not a part of whole numbers. So if I write x to the power 6 plus 5 and 1 by x to the power 6 plus 5, which of them is a polynomial? ये तो दिख रहा है x की power 6 है, which is a whole number. Yes, it is a polynomial. Here, can I write 1 by x to the power 6 as x to the power minus 6 plus 5? Because we know a law of exponents, a to the power m minus m is equal to 1 by a to the power m. कोई डिनोमिनेटर में है तो उसको न्यूमरेटर में लिख सकते हो विद नेगेटिव पावर. So x to the power minus 6 plus 5, and minus 6 is not a whole number. It is a negative number. It is an integer. So no, it is not a polynomial. If I have root x plus 5, root x is x to the power half. Again, half is not a whole number. So this is not a polynomial. If I have root x to the power 6 plus 5, is this a polynomial? अब आप कहोगे मैम इसमें तो रूट है, रूट वाले तो पॉलिनोमियल होते ही नहीं है, बट थोड़ा वर्क करते हैं इस पे. x to the power 6 and square root is 2 to the power half plus 5. So x to the power 6 into 1 by 2 plus 5. Again we apply a law of exponent. 2 and 6 cancel. We get x to the power 3 plus 5. अब हो गई वेरिएबल की पावर होल नंबर. So yes, it is a polynomial. And what is such kind of a polynomial called? With the power as 3, it is called a cubic polynomial. I hope you understood this much. Let us do a quick recap of what we did today. We did variables, constant, expressions and equations. ये सब क्या होते हैं? We did number of terms, how to identify number of terms. We did degree of the polynomial, and we did how to identify a polynomial. I hope all these 4 topics you understood them. And if you like today's class, please join our courses which are available on our application. The link for the same will be given in the description below. And I'll see you in the next class. Thank you.